amazing parents, it's Dr. Lindsay here with this week's psychology-based parenting tips titled Raising Generous Kids, Teaching the True Spirit of Giving. So this holiday season is a time of giving and generosity, and as parents, we have a unique opportunity to teach our children the value of helping others. I touched on this topic in a recent episode called 5 Tips to Thrive at the Holidays, which you can find at parentingwithpsychology.com/blog/36. And it lists a number of steps that you can take to communicate to your children that while it's nice to receive gifts at the holidays, your family focus is on giving. Though verbal communication is essential, nonverbal communication also plays a crucial role in shaping our children's behavior and values. In this episode, we'll explore how to effectively model giving during the holiday season using principles from Albert Bandura's social learning theory. By understanding the power of nonverbal communication and implementing these strategies, we can inspire our children to become compassionate and empathetic individuals. So keep listening to be sure that you're modeling generosity for your children during the holiday season. First up, lead by example. Albert Bandura's work on observational learning has clearly shown that children learn by observing their parents. And the holiday season provides the perfect opportunity to model giving behavior through nonverbal cues. Show your children the importance of giving by engaging in acts of kindness, such as volunteering at a local charity or donating toys to those in need. Your actions will speak louder than words and leave a lasting impression on your children. You can even implement this strategy at home by offering to pick up one of your child's chores this week just to help them out, or by highlighting some of the work that you do to support them every day. For example, if your child asks you to make them a snack, you might put an extra flair in your response. "Sure thing, sweetie. I'm happy to make you a snack to be helpful." As parents, we're constantly engaging in acts of kindness throughout the day. Sometimes you just need to put a little emphasis on that to help children see your actions as the generosity that they really are. Okay, number 2, express empathy. So nonverbal cues such as facial expressions and body language can convey empathy and compassion. When engaging in acts of giving, make sure to display genuine emotions of empathy towards those that you're helping. This will teach your children the importance of understanding and caring for other people's needs. So for example, let's say that a friend of yours comes over for a chat and you're engaged in a conversation with this parent during the play date and they're having a tough time. Your child may be observing you listening compassionately and offering genuine support. So when you propose to this parent that you bring them dinner next week or that you have their child over again soon for a play date so that they can have some free time, your child will see you doing this for others to be caring and generous. They actually store that learning in their developing brains for later use when they have an opportunity to show generosity. Next up, involve your children. Encourage your children to actively participate in giving activities, whether it's selecting the toys that you're going to donate or helping to wrap the gifts that need to be wrapped for a charitable organization. Involving them in the process will strengthen their understanding of the joy that comes from giving. Use nonverbal cues such as smiles and positive gestures like a thumbs up to reinforce their efforts and show appreciation for their involvement. We like to do a lot of homemade gifts as a family during the holidays to take the focus off of having the new hot toy in our very commercialized society, and because we feel that homemade gifts are generally more meaningful and show a greater level of caring. So whether we're preparing food or making crafts, the kiddos can be an integral part of creating thoughtful gifts during the holidays. Okay, next up, highlight the impact. Be sure to highlight the impact of giving to your children. So when you're engaging in acts of kindness, take the time to explain to your children how their actions are making a difference in someone else's life. It's challenging for younger children to take another person's perspective, so be patient if they don't fully understand these concepts now. You might ask them to imagine that they were in another person's shoes, describe that person's day, and then ask how it would make them feel if someone did the generous thing that you're doing to support them. You can also say something like, we're very fortunate to have as much as we do, and we can help others who are not as fortunate. I feel good because I'm helping them, and they really need our support. Okay, next up, praise participation. After engaging in activities of giving, be sure to use ample positive reinforcement. Hugs and high fives go a long way to make someone feel special and appreciated for their generous behavior. If the kids are helping to prepare holiday gifts, you can praise them at every stage of the process. For example, you might say, "Yay, thanks for helping me with this project," and give them a big hug. Later on, you might say, "Oh, I got all of those sweet packages mailed today to all of our friends and family," and offer them a high five, reminding them how helpful they were with the project. They feel good each time you acknowledge their participation, and they begin to associate generous behavior with positive feelings. That's the beauty of positive reinforcement. Okay, parents, here's the take-home message for this episode. Modeling giving during the holiday season using nonverbal communication is a powerful way to instill compassion and empathy in our children. Leading by example, expressing empathy, involving our children, highlighting the impact of your acts of giving, and praising participation are all things that we can do to create a lasting impression and inspire them to become generous individuals. Let this holiday season be a time of not only receiving, but also giving as we shape the future generation through the power of nonverbal communication. So what can you do this week to model giving for your children? Nonverbal communication modeling giving behavior are part of the communication category of my 5 C's parenting framework. Oh, and be sure to download my freebie, 5 Tips to Thrive as a Family at the Holidays. You can find it at parentingwithpsychology.com/holiday. You'll get some actionable strategies to help make this holiday season a success. Okay, amazing parents, that wraps up today's episode. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. Join me next week for a special year-end recap of the best episodes of Parenting with Psychology in 2023. I'll see you there. Until then, keep up the good work on your amazing parenting journey. You can follow Parenting with Psychology and sign up to receive my weekly newsletter at parentingwithpsychology.com/tips to be sure you don't miss any of my new tips. My weekly tips are available to read on my website, to listen to on your favorite podcast player, or to watch on YouTube. If you'd like to connect with me more regularly and join the Parenting with Psychology community, follow Parenting with Psychology on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. It would mean the world to me if you would take a moment to rate and review this episode to help it become more visible to other parents. And finally, a quick legal disclaimer. Please note that the advice provided in this episode is different than therapy and does not serve as a substitute for professional psychological treatment or other types of professional advice or intervention. If you or your child have concerns or need further parenting or personal support, please contact a physician or other qualified local health professional. See you next week, amazing parents.